Leonardo da Vinci, one of the greatest Renaissance men. His works of art and discoveries are still known and appreciated across the world today. Before he left the world with his legacy, he shared his wisdoms about life that we can take and adapt into our everyday lives. It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so life well used brings happy death. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Being willing is not enough. We must do. Where the spirit does not work with the hand, there is no art. The painter has the universe in his mind and hands. Obstacles cannot crush me. Every obstacle yields to stern resolve. Why does the eye see more clearly when asleep than the imagination when awake? I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflection. Wisdom is the daughter of experience. There are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, those who do not see. Nothing can be loved or hated unless it is first understood. Learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. Once you have tasted flight, you will forever walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there you have been, and there you will always long to return.
The secret to getting ahead is getting started. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then best you with experience. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that. But the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. Comparison is the death of joy. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. History doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. What is joy without sorrow? What is success without failure? What is a win without a loss? What is health without illness? You have to experience each if you are to appreciate the other. There is always going to be suffering. It's how you look at your suffering, how you deal with it, that will define you. People do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are afraid of responsibility. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. The only person you have to compare yourself is you in the past. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. In the small matters, trust the mind. In the large ones, trust the heart. Dreams are the most profound when they seem the most crazy. From error to error, one discovers the entire truth. Everywhere I go, I find a poet has been there before me. Whoever loves becomes humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism. The madman is the dreamer awake. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem, make sure that you're not surrounded by fools. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as most beautiful. The rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened. If not us, who? If not now, when? Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. Those who dare to fail can achieve greatly. We do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Our problems are man-made. Therefore, they must be solved by man. No problem of human destiny is beyond human beings. The greater our knowledge increases, the more our ignorance unfolds. Too often, we enjoy the comfort of opinion without the discomfort of thought. Once you say you're going to settle for second, that's what happens to you in life. Leading and learning are indispensable to one another. Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past are certain to miss the future. Let us not seek to fix the blame for the past. Let us accept our own responsibility for the future. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest form of appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. A man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on forever. Courage is grace under pressure. The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. I like to listen. I have learned a great deal from listening carefully. Most people never listen. Always do sober what you said you'd do drunk. That will teach you to keep your mouth shut. In order to write about life, you must live it. An intelligent man is sometimes forced to be drunk to spend time with his fools. I love sleep. My life has a tendency to fall apart when I'm awake, you know? All things truly wicked start from innocence. Worry a little bit every day, and in a lifetime you will lose a couple of years. If something is wrong, fix it if you can, but train yourself not to worry. Worry never fixes anything. I drink to make other people more interesting. There is no friend as loyal as a book. When you start to live outside yourself, it's all dangerous. The world breaks everyone, and afterward some are strong at the broken places. I did not care what it was all about. All I wanted to know was how to live in it. Maybe if you found out how to live in it, you learned from that what it was all about.
Human behavior flows into three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. Reality is created by the mind. We can change our reality by changing our mind. When you feel grateful, you become great and eventually attract great things. Excellence is not a gift, but a skill that takes practice. We do not act rightly because we are excellent. In fact, we achieve excellence by acting rightly. Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. For a man to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. Be the hero that repeats, "I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing." A hero is born among 100. A wise man is found among 1,000. But an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men.
A woman is closest to being naked when she is well dressed. In order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. I only drink champagne on 2 occasions, when I am in love and when I am not. Simplicity is the keynote of all true elegance. My life didn't please me, so I created my life. The most courageous act is still to think for yourself, aloud. You can be gorgeous at 30, charming at 40, and irresistible for the rest of your life. You live only once. You might as well be amusing. Some people think luxury is the opposite of poverty. It is not. It is the opposite of vulgarity. Adornment, what a science. Beauty, what a weapon. Modesty, what elegance. I don't care what you think of me. I don't think of you at all. Success is often achieved by those who don't know that failure is inevitable. Don't spend time beating on a wall hoping to transform it into a door. The best things in life are free. The second best are very, very expensive. Elegance is when the inside is as beautiful as the outside. Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself.
Women always worry about things that men forget. Men always worry about things women remember. When you're courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, then you don't understand it yourself. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Any fool can know the point is to understand. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. The only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance. The only real valuable thing is intuition. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. Everything exists in your life does so because of two things: something you did or something you didn't do.
If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. Being powerful is like being a lady. If you have to tell people you are, you aren't. I don't mind how much my ministers talk, so long as they do what I say. You don't tell deliberate lies, but sometimes you have to be evasive. If you just set out to be liked, you would be prepared to compromise on anything at any time, and you would achieve nothing. I am extraordinarily patient, provided I get my own way in the end. I usually make up my mind about a man in 10 seconds, and I very rarely change it. Watch your thoughts, for they will become actions. Watch your actions, for they'll become habits. Watch your habits, for they forge your character. Watch your character, for it will make your destiny. It may be the cock that crows, but it is the hen that lays the eggs. Most women defend themselves. It is the female of the species. Is it the tigress and the lioness in you, which tends to defend when attacked? The woman's mission is not to enhance the masculine spirit, but to express the feminine. Hers is not to preserve a man-made world, but to create a human world by the infusion of the feminine element into all its activities. To be successful, you have to be selfish, or else you never achieve. And once you get to your highest level, then you have to be unselfish. Stay reachable, stay in touch, don't isolate. Look at a day when you are supremely satisfied at the end. It's not a day when you lounge around doing nothing. It's when you've had everything to do and you've done it.